Okay, we're going to go into the fourth in this series of meditation hypno sessions, and in this one we will be doing some of the more structured exercises in retraining our minds. As Andrew has said, this is the start of retraining the brain to view or feel or think of the tinnitus in a different way. So I'm going to hand over to Andrew now, and we'll begin the session.
Hello again, it's Andrew here, Andrew Parr, welcome back. Hope you've had a chance to jot down some of your own thoughts there, some of your ideas as to what you want, what you think you want from being free of this condition that you've had until now. Now, I'm being very selective with my words there. You may have picked it up, you may have noticed it. Quite often I've said what you think you want, okay? And that's because when we have a problem, we focus on the surface level, the immediate way in which the symptoms affect us. That's what we want to be free of, because that's where it hurts, that's where it causes pain. But usually there's a deeper level. There's a next level down. And the next level down is usually the more powerful level, because it's invisible to most of us. And quite often this invisible level, this invisible layer, is the one that really is holding us back in some way. Sometimes I describe it as, it's like trying to run up a down escalator. In the UK here they're called escalators, like a moving staircase. You know, in the shopping malls you have these big moving staircases, escalators. Many, many years ago, when I first moved to London, and I went out one night with a few friends. It was very late at night, right at the end of the night, the tube station, the underground stations were just closing. And there's one station, they have these three very long, very big escalators, very big moving staircases. And we'd had a couple of drinks, there's no one around, it's just a bit of fun, and we thought, can we run up the down escalators, can we get to the top? And we took one each, and all three of us started at the same time. And what we found is you get about a third of the way on sheer enthusiasm, but by the time you get about halfway up this thing, and these are really, really long ones, by the time you get about halfway up, you find you start to stand still. It's like you're running up this thing or trying to get up there, and the stairs are just moving the opposite way from you, so you're really running to stand still. And I remember looking across to see my friends in the same situation, smiling at each other. And eventually, it was just too exhausting. So we gave up, and all three of us ended up back at the bottom. Now, this is very much what it's like when, if you try and do something in your life, you try and achieve something, but something inside of you has a different idea. If you're trying to resolve something on the surface level, but inside of you, there's a deeper layer pulling you in a different direction. It's like trying to run up a down escalator, trying to run up a down moving staircase. Now, when we can tap into this, the next layer down, and begin to get this moving in the right direction, it's like flipping the switch on that moving escalator, on that moving staircase. So that instead of running up against it, we just stand at the bottom, and it just helps us glide to the top. So, when I asked you to write down some ideas as to what you want or what you think you want in relation to your being free of tinnitus there and letting go of that old sound that used to bother you, you would most likely focus on the surface layer, the surface symptoms. Which is good, that's fine, that's okay, that's what you want. But it's also important to focus on the next level down, and that's just what I want to go through with you for a moment right now. Because I've spent hours going through problems with people, personal problems, not just tinnitus, all sorts of things. Public speaking, confidence, anxiety, eating disorders, emotional problems, problems from childhood, you name it, any problem someone can have. There's a good chance that someone's come through my door over the past 16 years or so and asked if they can help with that. Usually as a last resort, okay? Because I worked as a hypnotist, as a hypnotherapist, and, as I looked into all those problems, all those issues, although each person had their own particular route, their own particular path, there are some very, very common ideas, common beliefs that everybody shares. And these are like the moving staircase going in the opposite direction. So the person who wants to speak confidently in public will have a belief, a moving staircase, putting against that. The person who wants to feel comfortable and relaxed around food will have a belief putting against it, so they overeat or comfort eat or have an eating disorder in some way. The person who wants to be free of their back pain would have had an issue causing them to hold on to it. In each of these cases, once the underlying issue is resolved, the symptoms can then disappear. So, whilst we teach people to focus on what they want, which is the freedom from the symptom, it's also important we look at the underlying issue that may have been holding it there in the first place. And sometimes it could be so simple. Sometimes it's a little deeper. As I have implied earlier on, one of the recordings later on will go into this particular issue much more deeply, because for some people it's a big part of it. It's why the tinnitus is there in the first place. For others, its meaning is far, far less. But the same principle still applies. And there's a very, very simple idea I want you to begin to accept right now. And that is, it's okay for you to begin to let go of this sound. Not only is it okay, but also you deserve to be free of it now. I want you to feel, I want you to accept the idea that you deserve to be free of the suffering of it now. One of the most common maladies I've come across in just about every person I've met is somehow they don't quite feel they deserve to be happy. Even if they think they do on the surface, there's something underneath just holding them back until now. And so, when they finally can accept that they do deserve to be happy now, it's like a key is somehow unlocked that releases them, sets them free, switches that moving staircase into a new direction. And it's extremely likely that the same process has been occurring within you in some form or other. Now, you don't need to think about how or in what way that form is taken. All I want you to do is begin to accept that you do deserve to be free now, and that it's okay. I want you to feel that it's okay for you to be free of the sound now. I want you to feel that it's okay for you to begin to have and experience all those things on your list, and that you deserve to have them now. I want you to feel that you do deserve to experience those things now. Absolutely. Now, what I'd like you to do is make yourself comfortable, sitting in a chair once again, preferably, or propping yourself up in bed if you wish. And when you're ready, we're going to go through that exercise, that rapid relaxation exercise. So if you're ready, we'll proceed now. If not, just pause the recording for a moment until you're ready. Now I'm going to assume that you are ready. So keeping your eyes open for a little while. Give your arms, your hands facing palm upwards. You lift your head up to the ceiling and gaze at an imaginary spot on the ceiling. You take a big deep breath in through your mouth, down into your tummy. And as you breathe out, just allowing your eyes to close down now, still keeping your head looking upwards. On the next breath in, filling your tummy, and as you breathe out, you allow your head to roll forward, just dropping forward now very gently, with your eyes closed down. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, just turning your hands over, turning your arms over so they are palms facing down, just releasing the tension there. Breathing in, as you breathe out, just allowing your shoulders to settle down, just loosening. As you breathe in, curling your toes up. As you breathe out, just allowing them to fall back down once again. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, just allowing the whole of the top of your body to begin to feel loose, limp, lazy. Just let it go. And as you do this, just drifting down and down, just letting go, just drifting into deeper and deeper levels of relaxation. Now and again your mind may drift off somewhere, that's okay. But the moment you realize you drifted off, as you breathe out, just blowing the thoughts away, just blowing them away. Letting your attention just begin drifting down and down and down. Very easily, very effortlessly. That's good. Each out breath like a very gentle sigh of relief. Perhaps even wondering what it might feel like if you could somehow follow the falling asleep feeling down and down and down. You know what it feels like when you're drifting into a very deep and restful sleep. And I wonder if you can imagine what it would feel like if you could somehow follow that feeling down and down and down, all the way down. Perhaps even imagining what it might feel like way down there, to be fast asleep, and yet somehow able to feel or experience that twice as deep, 10 times as deep. You know, it's the kind of feeling where every single cell in your body breathes a sigh of relief. And that's okay. And as you do this, so you begin to open up a channel of communication to your mind, which your mind then passes on to your brain. And one of the ideas you wish to communicate to your inner mind is that you deserve to be free now of this sound. You deserve to be free now It's as if anything you think you may have done or not done can be forgiven or released. As if you've been set free. And that's okay. You can begin to feel and believe that you do deserve to be free now. Free of this old sound. And of course, as you begin to accept the idea that you deserve to be free now, you can begin to experience more of that which you want. And you know what you want because you wrote it on your list. So, I'm going to be quiet for a few moments now, while you think about that which you want. You can remember those statements you wrote down. You can say them to yourself now. I want to feel, I want to be, I want to do, whatever it is. Knowing that you deserve that now, and that it's okay. I'm going to be quiet for a few moments while you repeat some of those phrases to yourself, thinking about the feeling of how you think it will feel for you, creating an impact, an emotional oomph that goes into your mind, into your brain, telling it what you want. Because you deserve to have what you want now. You're free. Now, this process can continue, and you can allow this process to continue every day. You see, this idea that you deserve to be free now of that old sound, this idea that you focus on that which you want, is like scattering seeds in your mind. But those seeds need to be nurtured. Those seeds need to be nurtured, and this is how you're going to do it. As you make your way through the world each day, you are going to begin to notice people acting, behaving, feeling how you want to feel yourself. And you are going to start noticing and spotting that, and gathering ideas there. I want to feel as happy as that person looks. I want to be able to look as calm and peaceful as that person looks. I want to be as friendly as that person seems to be. And so on. And so you're gathering ideas about what you want. Every day, just moment by moment. So when you see people who seem to be just getting on with their lives, doing, being, having that which you want, you can now begin to see that as a positive experience for you, and something you can use to nurture the seeds in your mind. Yes, that's what I want, that's how I want to feel, that's how I want to be. Remembering you deserve to be that, to feel that. And the more you focus on these ideas, the more those seeds can begin to grow, sending little roots down, first of all, into the fertile soil of your being. And the deeper the roots go, the more you nurture them, the stronger the shoots begin to sprout into the surface. It's okay for you to begin to focus on what you want now. And amongst all those other things you want, what you want to feel is a sense of happiness, a sense of fulfillment, a sense of being at peace with yourself and the world around you, and a fullness of living. So while you may focus on the individual specific practicalities of your life, your inner mind now can begin to focus on that inner layer. Happiness, fulfillment, a sense of being at peace with yourself and the world around you, and a fullness of living. In a way, beginning to give yourself to life more. You can even make that one of your I want statements. I want to give myself to life. The more you begin to remember and realize that you deserve to feel happy and at peace and experience fulfillment and a fullness of living, the more you begin to remember that it's okay to give yourself to life now, then the more your body will also begin to reflect this newfound sense of health, vitality, vibrancy. And the more your thoughts, your attention, your attitudes will be focused out there into the fullness of the world, creating that happiness, fulfillment, peace, and fullness of living in yourself and others around you. And while you're so busy doing that, that inner part of you remembers that it's okay to let go of that old signal now. It can fade away. It's perfect. purpose is served, it can go back to where it came from, because you deserve to be free. Now, I'm going to be quiet now, and you can stay where you are, just resting, absorbing these ideas. Or if you wish, you can return to your full awareness, allowing your eyes to just be wide open, wide awake. The choice is yours. Until the next time, my very best wishes go with you. Thank you.
I hope you got something from this. This is something, as I've said before, to really get the full benefit of these sessions. You really need to get the first couple, repeat them, to really be open to it. Give in is a good word, looking at it, or as Andrew says, and I've heard Julian say, let go. Give in to these kind of sessions, meditations, etc. Because at first it does take a little while to allow your mind to be open enough for it to start to have an effect, but it does work. And the further we go into it, the more benefit you should get from it. So if you haven't done so, I would go back to the very first one and work your way through, repeat these. I'll be doing the next one or two in this session in another 2 weeks. So this should give you some time to be able to really get your mind in a place where you can open yourself to the suggestive nature of these sessions. Anyway, I hope people can find something helpful in these, and that they are proving their purpose. And all the best to everybody with tinnitus. Continue to find methods that work for you, and I shall see you again soon. Thank you very much.